Monday morning, Morgan's just checking the aero over. We didn't use it last year, and there's a guy who wants to buy one, so he's on about coming and having a look at it, so I'll get it out for him. You happy now? You got your forklift in the back. Right, bye. Not very straight that though, you know, Morgan.
Those are the same holes it came out of.
Pointing down the cow. Anyway, it all seems to be working in ship shape anyway. Morgan's going to swap them tyres round now on that low loader. The tyre man's not been yet, which is a little bit frustrating. That pile of chip there is contaminated with stone. Well, I'm going to try an experiment. I'm going to put some water in here, tip the chip in with a mini digger, then scoop it back out again and see if the stone drops to the bottom and it cleans it. Just did an experimental bucket, poked it around a bit with a rake and then raked it out, and it was amazing actually how clean it then was. It's just folding it up now and put it back in the shed, nice and dry. Flicks the right switch, should put them latches over. That's it. John Deere in the yard with an NC trailer. Rick Caddis has been here. He's doing some chipping up the road and he's been bringing the chip over here. In fact, you can't see it's behind that tractor. Well, you do YouTube as well, don't you?
A little channel, yeah, at Team Caddis.
There you go, so check him out and see what he's
forestry work.
See what he's been chipping. Got a load of leaves and straw that are blown under that. I'm going to put them down the track, out of the way. Morgan's going to back that back up in the shed. Andrew's just pulling up that concrete shutter in so that we can shutter off where I was looking at the other day. Matches quite well, that red rims, red spreader. Yeah, that guy's after one, and if he buys that, then I can just get a drone to do the last year of the SFI drilling. So we didn't even use it at all this year because harvest was so soon. We just went straight in with the Avatar drill, so it's only sat in the shed. Isn't it? Just taking the rest of the shuttering up. I knocked some of the pegs out the other day when I was on the phone, wandering round. So we'll strip all them off and then have to make a ramp here. Otherwise it'll crack. Morgan is visiting Canada in
June, 1st of June to the 15th of June.
And he wants to see something interesting out there. Where are you flying to?
We're going to fly into Toronto and then we're going to drive over to Saskatoon and then drive around Saskatoon area over to Calgary, then up to Banff and Jasper.
And then where are you flying back from?
Flying back from same place, Toronto.
Are you going to go back to Toronto?
Yeah.
So if anyone knows of anything interesting for him to see, farm related, get in touch.
I can't remember who had
Someone told me about these. I got them off Amazon. They go on the window and they stop birds flying into it. So we're going to stick them on and see if it works. Because obviously we had that bird at the window. I'm not exactly sure where you're supposed to put them. I'll put that one in the middle and I'll put that one up there. But we'll see if it stops bird strikes. John's just throwing a bit of chip through the chipper and a bit of springy stuff in it, so he's just throwing it through for the time it takes. Before it quickly goes dark, me and Morgan are going to go and modify the gate for the dog field. It's a bit low, it's catching the floor, so we're going to weld these on the top of the gudgeons and lift it up so it opens a bit easier. Off there, take that off there, weld a bolt on the top, weld another one on the bottom, go and lift up a bit, and then it'll lift it up then that much. Spin that off. Right, we'll carry that gate out the way now. Hopefully he gets a nice weld on it. Oh, he's doing that the other day, that gun.
Yes.
Took it apart as well.
Did he?
Not feeding properly.
No.
The amps are maybe a bit too high.
Looks like the sparks going near the car, but oh, that one maybe did. Might just pull forwards a bit. Oh, look at that, much better. That's perfect now, doesn't catch the floor at all. And we've managed to get it away from this post. Because remember the other day, it froze to the post because the gap was so small. It's now perfect. I'm going to take this off as well because people struggle and say the gate doesn't open because that's there. Well, they don't need it. It's only when like cows lick it. So I'll unbolt that so it's out the way. Yeah, I've took that off so now you can just open it without having to move the tab because it does confuse people. So there we go, got a key ring there. Jake's fixing his lift rams, putting new seals in them. I just missed it because we were doing the gate, but this is this must be some of the old ones. They're not that bad. Maybe the wiper seal's a bit worn. Just keeping him busy this afternoon anyway, playing in the workshop while we're not. That's snapped up. I'll see you later, Morg.
Yeah, no, it's it.
I'll lift the stuff out that's heavy in the boot on my own. Okay. Yeah, Jake's looking at that needs welding. It snapped on mine because I think what happens is they managed to get water in from the top somehow. I don't know. I'm trying to think how actually because it looks pretty sealed. And then rust, so that's been welded up there and there, but it needs doing proper. Unless he cuts it off and puts different mirror arms on. That'd be worth looking on cramp actually, because then you don't get that bar in the way that catches branches. But he's happy that he's done the seals in his lift rams. Wasn't too big a job because we've only been gone an hour doing that gate, and he got one side off and then he was doing the other side, and he's now got them both back on. Just thinking, I'm doing a talk tomorrow night at Harper Adams University, and then I'm going on from there heading towards Cirencester for the following evening. So if anything knows of anything interesting on the way between them 2 points, sort of like that's part of the country, let me know and I'll maybe call in. Dead easy birthday today. Matthew Johnson is 13, can now legally drive a tractor, and Lucy Clancy, happy birthday. We're now £108,313. Now, when I was at, as I say, agri-technical, but when I was at Lama, I did something for Farmers Guardian, and one of the questions about future of farming, positivity, and just a viewpoint of why I was on the panel or whatever. So someone recorded it from the Farmers Guardian and they've sent it to me, so I thought I might as well put it on the end of this video because it's quite interesting. It's about telling the story of agriculture. So there it is.
The only thing I'm looking at here at the moment, and the only thing I can be positive about, is things that I can spend money on that will save me money. So we had a little chat before, and like obviously you do drills that you don't use a lot of fuel for using, so that's going to be the boom at the moment. As for this, we are not giving up. There will never be any confidence in the sector while IHT at the level it's currently at exists, and we need to get that stamped out now. The door is open as far as I'm concerned, so we kick the thing down now. That's where we've got to go. But this is where all you lot come in, whether it's Farmers Guardian making these things, but all of you are stood there, you've all got a phone in your pocket, your handbag. We are so lucky that the agricultural sector is so photogenic. A picture tells 1,000 words, a video tells 1,000,000. Take a phone out and tell your story, because they only listen to us. Them MPs only listen. Number 10 only listened because we educated the public of what we did and why there was an injustice, and that is why they listened. If we didn't run the socials, we didn't have the public behind us, they would have just left us. They did not care, and they also didn't understand. So I've actually can make a living now out of by telling my story. I don't know how long that'll last for, Google, YouTube and all that kind of stuff. But all of you, show what you're doing on farms, show how difficult it is, show what goes wrong, show what goes well. But I can tell you now, We've said this in the past. If it bleeds, it leads. That's what they used to say on newspaper headlines, and it's exactly the same with social media. If something's going wrong, it will go far. And if it's something going wrong that is out of your control, whether that be politics or weather or just animal health or anything like that, show them stories. Let people understand what we actually do. Because if the public are behind us, the MPs have to be behind the public, and then they have to be selling our stories. So that the only thing to be positive about is use what you've got in your pocket and see if you can find something that can save you money.
Yeah, so thank you, Farmers Guardian. Hope if you went to Lama, in fact, here's a little survey. If you went to Lama, let me know. That's today's quiz question. Let me know in the comments if you were at Lama. But that's all for today. Thanks for watching. I'll see you tomorrow. Bye for now.